You're in the rant wormhole where I rant about whatever my $15 a month plus patrons want me to rant about. You can get one of these by being one of those. This one is for Cornflake God, who wants me to rant about Christianity in anime. You know, this is a hard subject for me to talk about simply because of the fact that I don't know very much about Christianity. I did not grow up Christian. I've never read the Bible. Obviously through cultural osmosis, I have a lot of general knowledge about it. But, I've seen Jesus Christ Superstar like 12 times, but I don't know enough that I could, pair out Christian themes or messages in anime if they were sincere. And I don't think a lot of them are. But there has been a blogger called... Fuck, what the hell was his name? Between the Thorns? Something about thorns... I'll put a link in the description, I guess, if I find it. But there is a guy who basically blogs about Christianity and anime from way back, who would not just talk about shows that were explicitly representing Christian themes, but also just ones that happen to. Shows that if you were looking at them with that lens, you can extrapolate some of the same themes that are seen in Christian media and stuff like that. So, if that's something that you're interested in, Beneath the Tangles, that's what it was called. Beneath the Tangles was that blog. There has been people writing about it, but for the most part, when Christianity is explicitly brought up in anime, it's usually more of a stylistic thing. There's not a gigantic Christian population in Japan, and it feels like when anime has nuns or Christian characters, they're kind of making fun of them a lot of the time. They're usually portrayed in a very either over the top or stereotypical fashion. Or Christian symbolism is just used because it looks cool. In the case of Neon Genesis Evangelion, there's lots of Christian phraseology and visuals, but nothing about the story really has anything to say about Christianity. And Anno himself has been I just thought it looks cool. He probably just did it because he likes Devilman, and Devilman also clearly just has that stuff because it's a cool foundation for a story and for really apocalyptic imagery, and Lucifer being such a great embodiment of the concept of evil into a person. There was a lot more of that in the late 80s, early 90s OVAs and stuff, where a lot of the hyper violent anime that had lots of demons and that kind of theming, some of them would use Japanese demons, others use Western style demons and traditional Christian concepts of demons, but again, it's mostly for style. And then you've got a show like Maria Sama ga Miteru, which takes place in a Catholic school, but I think that religion is brought up almost never. It's basically just an excuse to have a all-girls school where everybody is hyper polite and sort of acts in a more rigid fashion, but I don't really remember there being almost any even addressing of the faith of the characters in that show. So yeah, and I guess there are some shows that, it's not that they're being insincere, it's just that they don't have anything necessarily interesting to say. I think of maybe Blood Plus, which is a vampire show, so there's some, there's ideas of the church, somewhere vampires don't go, and there's some lip service to the a biblical themes of good and evil, but again, nothing really that deep or meaningful to say about Christianity. I don't know of an anime other than Bible anime. There are outright Christian anime. There is adaptations of the Bible, of different books from the Bible. What was the one that Devu had seen? It was called Bible Adventure or something like that. Bible page something. But yeah, there was, there are for Christian by Christian anime out there, but and there's also stuff that parodies it in a more direct sense, the one where Jesus and Buddha become best friends, Saint Onisan, that's the one. So I think that the Japanese in general, they're very aware of Christianity. They have it in their culture, but it's more of a curiosity. It's more of a thing that, they see as a Western thing that they are interested in more so, or that has cool imagery, or that they have obtained through their own cultural osmosis, through watching Western media and like, seeing that symbolism themselves, but not necessarily internalizing it. I think there might be some kind of Christian themes in like Monster, because I feel like I see church imagery around that show sometimes, but I could be completely wrong. I haven't seen much of Monster. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like, again, this is difficult for me because even if a show was like literally just a gigantic metaphor for a Bible story, I probably wouldn't notice because I I was raised in a decidedly anti-Christian household, so like it's always been kind of something that to me is on the distant shore of my ability to understand, and that's that.